There are things we all used to buy without thinking twice. Purchases that felt normal, even smart, just a few years ago. But the world has changed, prices have changed, and if you're still spending money on some of these things in 2026, you're quietly bleeding cash without even realizing it. Today we're going through 10 things that are simply no longer worth your money, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll probably catch yourself nodding at least 3 or 4 times. Let's start with extended warranties. That salesperson at the electronics store practically begging you to add another $80 or $100 in protection on top of your laptop or your TV. It feels responsible in the moment. But here's the math nobody tells you. The odds that your device breaks down within the warranty window in a way that isn't already covered by the manufacturer are incredibly small. Retailers push these so hard because the profit margins on warranties are enormous, sometimes over 50%. If you took that same warranty money and just dropped it into a savings account every time, you'd build up more than enough to cover an actual repair, and you'd keep the rest. Next, brand new cars. This one hurts because owning a shiny new car still feels like a milestone, a reward for years of hard work. But the numbers in 2026 are brutal. The average new car now costs somewhere around $50,000, and the moment you drive it off the lot, it loses a chunk of its value instantly. On top of that, financing rates are still elevated, insurance on new vehicles is climbing every year, and there isn't a single major manufacturer selling a new model under $20,000 anymore. A 2 or 3-year-old used car, one that's already absorbed that first depreciation hit, gives you almost the same experience for a fraction of the cost. Then there's food delivery apps. Back when DoorDash and Uber Eats were new, they felt like magic, cheap delivery fees, generous promotions, a genuine convenience. That era is gone. Between delivery fees, service fees, inflated menu prices that are marked up specifically for the app, and the tip at the end, a $15 meal can easily turn into a $35 charge. Do that 2 or 3 times a week and you're looking at hundreds of dollars a month disappearing on convenience alone. Cooking at home, or even just picking up the food yourself, saves a genuinely shocking amount over a year. Cable television is another one that barely makes sense anymore. You're paying $70, $80, sometimes over $100 a month for a bundle of channels you never watch, most of it padded with fees you didn't ask for. Meanwhile, a couple of streaming subscriptions, chosen carefully, cover almost everything most people actually want to watch for a fraction of the price. If you're still paying for cable purely out of habit, that's money you're setting on fire every single month. Gym memberships you don't use deserve a mention too. Not gyms in general, plenty of people use theirs consistently and get real value. But study after study shows a huge percentage of members visit once or twice a month, if that, while the charge hits their card every single month regardless. If you haven't gone in the last 30 days, that membership isn't fitness anymore, it's a subscription to guilt. Either commit to showing up or redirect that money somewhere that actually benefits you. Bottled water is a smaller expense individually, but it adds up in a way most people never calculate. In most of the United States, tap water is safe, regulated, and tested far more rigorously than bottled water actually is. Paying $1 or $2 for something that's essentially free from your own faucet, day after day, year after year, is one of the most avoidable expenses out there. A decent filter pitcher pays for itself within weeks. Unused subscriptions might be the sneakiest item on this list, because most people genuinely don't know how many they have. A streaming trial you forgot to cancel, an app subscription that renews annually so you never notice it, a service you used once for a project 3 years ago. These small charges hide in your bank statement because they're often labeled vaguely or billed so infrequently that they slip past your attention completely. Going through your statements line by line once every few months is one of the highest return on time activities you can do for your finances. Single-use kitchen gadgets are worth talking about too. The avocado slicer, the banana slicer, the strawberry huller, the garlic press that only does one job. They get bought with enthusiasm after watching some viral video used twice, and then sit in a drawer for the next decade. A good sharp knife does the job of nearly every single purpose gadget in your kitchen, and it does it better. Extended vehicle protection add-ons, especially things like gap insurance you no longer need or roadside coverage duplicated across 3 different services, quietly drain money too. If your car is paid off or has lost significant value, some of these add-ons stop making financial sense entirely. It's worth checking once a year whether the coverage you're paying for still matches the actual value of what you're protecting. And finally, name brand groceries, bought purely out of habit rather than any real taste difference. In most categories, canned goods, spices, cleaning supplies, basic pantry staples, the store brand comes from the exact same manufacturing plants as the name brand, just without the marketing budget baked into the price. Doing a blind taste test at home is honestly eye-opening for most people, because the difference they thought they were paying for often isn't there at all. So there you have it, 10 things that used to make sense and simply don't anymore, not in this economy. None of these require some drastic lifestyle overhaul. It's usually just a matter of noticing where the money is quietly leaking out and redirecting even a portion of it towards savings or investing instead. Small shifts like these, stacked over a year, can genuinely add up to thousands of dollars back in your pocket. If this video helped you spot even one expense you can cut, that's a win. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure you're subscribed, because there's a lot more where this came from.